Lesson 7.4, Video 3. Let's continue on to some more factoring. I'm going to do this a little bit out of order, just so you know. I'm going to do this one first, and then I'm going to do this one, because they're similar. Okay, and being that this one's a little bit more complicated in the sense that we have, when we calculate our two new numbers we're going to use, it's a little bit more involving. So if we look at these two pieces, we have 3 times 20, which gives us 60. So we want two numbers that have a product of 60 and a sum of negative 17. Okay, so 60 is a lot bigger than what we've had, and now we're looking at what are all the factors that we can use. Well, a little bit more thought process in this. We could have 60 times 1 that multiplies to 60 but does not have a value of 17. We have 30 and 2, 20 and 3, 15 and 4, 10 and 6, and 12 and 5. Now, of all these, only one of them adds up to 17. Now, I say add up to 17 because the two numbers have to be the same sign to give you a positive 60. So we want a negative 17, so all we have to do is make both of these negative and we satisfy our need. They multiply to 60 and they add up to negative 17, which gives us 3x squared minus 12x minus 5x plus 20. We can group them together now. The first term has a 3x in common, which gives us x minus 4. And our second pair has a 5 in common, but whenever there's a negative in front, I highly recommend that you take out the negative with it. When you do that, you get, I'm going to factor out a negative 5, which gives us a positive x and a minus 4. If I had not taken the negative, we would have had a negative x plus 4 in parentheses, and they would not have been the same in each parenthesis. But in doing this, now I have an x plus 4 and x minus 4 in common, and I factor that out, and what I'm left with is, in the parentheses I have what's left, which is a 3x and a minus 5, and that is factored. So a little bit more involving just because the numbers are bigger. So let's take a look at this one like we talked about. Okay, so we multiply. We get 4 times 5, which gives us 20. So we're looking for two numbers that have a product of 20 and a sum of negative 3. So if we go through this, we have 20 times 1, 10 times 2, and 5 times 4. Now, interestingly enough, you look at this, they all multiply to 20, but none of them add up to negative 3. So this one is no solution. In other words, it can't be factored. Okay, so this ends lesson 7.4, video 3.